Okay, they're getting more difficult. Paul, here we go. The villains in Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance were brothers. Tell me, who played Hans and Simon Gruber, as well as the guy who directed both flicks?
For Die Hard 1, it was Alan Rickman, and John McTiernan directed Die Hard 1. And then for Die Hard 2, the bad guy, William Sadler.
No, I'm sorry, it's Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons. That means, Kevin, you're moving on to round 2. Grab a seat over here. Oh, come on over here. Now, is there a video store near your house?
Yes, there is.
Maybe you can get there before it closes. Here's your ticket home. Goodbye, Paul. Okay, we separated the true addicts from the posers. At the end of the first cut, we've got Nolan, Skip, and Kevin. We've tested how much they know, but now it's time to prove how much they care. It's time for the great debate. You guys are going to face off in head-to-head debates. The first 2 people to win the debate move on to round 3. The last person gets a ticket home. To help us decide who wins each debate, we have 3 very special guests. He's done blockbusters like Armageddon and indie films like Novocaine. It's Keith David. She played a rich art collector in Basquiat. It's Oscar winner Tatum O'Neal. And star of Henry's Film Corner on IFC, it's Henry Rollins. Now, you each got a randomly selected ticket to round 2. Please open them now. Those numbers are your orders for the debate. So that means Skip and Nolan, you're up first. Come on over here. Here's how this is going to work. You've got 20 seconds to make your initial argument, 10 seconds to rebut. Pay close attention to these lights. Green, go. Yellow, 5 seconds. Red, stop. Our panel will then decide who made the stronger argument. Okay, we will be debating the best sex scene of all time. Skip thinks the best sex scene of all time was in
Risky Business.
Okay. And Nolan thinks the best sex scene of all time was in
Desperado.
Okay. You guys know how this works. 20 seconds to make your initial argument. Skip, ready, go now.
Let me paint a little picture for you. Your parents go away and you're home alone. What do? You get a hooker. And not just any hooker, Rebecca De Horne, to come over to your house. You got the wind blowing, sheets everywhere, her boobs out, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then you go and you get on a train, and it's even better.
Nolan!
Believe it or not, there's a time and a place where you're not allowed to see rated R movies. It's called elementary school. And then middle school comes along and you rent this action film that you don't think has any sex in it. Then all of a sudden there's Salma Hayek and there's Antonio Banderas and they're both naked and whoa, there's some Dizals and man, is that hot. It's a Desperado.
Time. You've only got 10 seconds. Skip, go!
Somebody call the DEA because we have a crackhead in the house. All that long, black, flowing hair, I couldn't tell whether it was Banderas' bicep or her bum. If it hurts right here, I just made you my dick.
Go!
Salma Hayek might be the hottest actress of the last 10 years, and man, like, just being the first chick you ever see naked on a film, that's freaking special, man.
Time. Okay. Not up to me. It's up to our panel. We're going to start with Keith David. Who do you think won this debate?
Well, they both came up with some pretty raw material. But I'm going to have to go with Skip on this one.
All right, Skip. Got 1 point. Nolan, you got to win the next 2. Tatum O'Neal, how did you see this debate?
I thought both of their arguments could have been stronger, I have to say. But for the stronger of both of their arguments, I'm going to have to say Skip was a bit stronger.
Skip! That means we're moving on to round 3. Stand over here in our winner's circle. Henry, how would you have voted?
For me, the young Nolan seems to just be infatuated with the first hot chick who came along, where Skip seems to be a more seasoned guy who doesn't need to necessarily grab everything that goes by. So I'm going to give it to the more well-traveled man, Skip.
Skip! Clean sweep. Not bad. Nolan, you're not out of it yet. You got another chance. Kevin, come on over here. join us. Okay, our next topic is the best chase scene of all time. Kevin thinks the best chase scene of all time was in
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay, and Nolan thinks the best chase scene of all time was in
Terminator 3.
Okay, you guys know how it works. We'll start with Kevin. Ready, set, go, now!
All right, so what do you want from a chase scene? You want action, you want laughs, you want music. And you got Pee-wee going through the Godzilla movie set there. You got laughs, obviously, he's on the bike and everything. And you got, you know, Twisted Sister showing up in the middle of it on the big, limousine that they have.
Nolan! It's so rare these day and age that you go to a movie theater and are really, really impressed with something you see, especially a film you have low expectations for, like a non-James Cameron Terminator film. Then last summer, T3 came out, and there was this unbelievable 30-minute chase scene through just rock. There was all sorts of cars, and it was basically showed me something new in a car chase that I've never seen.
Time. 10 seconds. Kevin, show us what you got. Go.
All right, again, Tim Burton working at the top of his game, and, you know, it's a chase scene that's on a bike, you know, just from mere novelty alone, that's something, and it's all about, you know, him finding his bike, and that's where...
Nolan! Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the best action stars ever, showing you something new in a chase scene with more cars and cool stuff. It rocked. It still rocked. It really, really, really rocked.
Time. Okay, good arguments from both of you, really. Henry Rollins, how did you see this play out?
Well, Kevin uses the word a lot, which doesn't always strike me as one who has a great deal of conviction. I think at this point, Nolan could have told me that the best chase scene was in The Sound of Music, and I would have gone with him. So I am going to pick Nolan for this round.
Nolan! All right. Finally got your first vote. Tatum O'Neal, how did you see this?
Well, I'm disappointed with both of them, but out of the two of them, he said the word, it rocked. It was a chasing with cars. I think he said that, so I have to pick Nolan as well.
Nolan, you're moving on to round 3. Stand over here in our winner's circle. Keith David, how would you have voted?
There were not strong arguments on either side. So I'm glad it didn't depend on me to vote.
I'll accept that answer. Kevin, come on over here. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know what's coming. This is about as close as you're ever going to get to Megan when she hands you your ticket home. There you go. So long, Kevin.